if you own an Nvidia RTX 4090, it may just become obsolete. I can see the comments now. Oh, it's still a great GPU. Why are you saying this? It's just, sensational. Well, maybe, but keep in mind there's a new GPU coming, CES 2025. We're pretty sure Nvidia is going to launch the new stuff. That's it. That's pretty much the biggest thing to expect during the next month. And now, typically, a 4090 buyer buys it because it's the best, right? So to them, if you're a 4090 buyer and the 5090 has some pretty crazy tech and performance gains, that's pretty much your GPU is obsolete. That's how a lot of people feel. Or else they would have just, gotten a 4080 or 4070 Ti and not done all the ray tracing and things like that. Let me tell you exactly what I'm talking about. And obviously, 4090 is not obsolete. It's still incredibly powerful. It can do 4K really well. Even ray tracing when you couple it with, DLSS and things like that. So I am being a little bit sarcastic, but high-end buyers and people who want the best, the 5090 is going to have some stuff that was leaked fairly recently that probably will make a pretty big difference. And now let's hear a word from our sponsor, VIP-CDKdeals.com, a Windows Pro CD key. Add to cart, you put in code CC20. This will also work on Windows 11. You want to go into your settings in Windows, change and adjust your CD key, click activate, and now let's go back to the video. Now, I'm going to use an example. Remember when the RTX 40 series came out and DLSS 3, which is, of course, the super scaling, super resolution, but it had frame generation, and only the 40 series GPU could do it. If you had like a 3090 Ti, you couldn't turn on frame generation in any games. And this typically will give you a lot better performance. There really aren't too many drawbacks. And obviously, Nvidia said that the hardware in the 40 series GPUs are what make it possible. You can technically do it on like a 3090 Ti, but it's not going to be, a good experience, according to Nvidia. That's what they said. And I think that's pretty much very likely. So I think the same thing is going to happen with the RTX 50 series. While I do expect DLSS is going to get an upgrade, from what we've seen, it may be some type of like an advanced DLSS, maybe DLSS 4, and you can bet it's going to be using more specific hardware in the 5090 and like 5080 in order to perform just much better than anything in the 40 series lineup can do, including the 4090. Something else, they're going to have what it's called maybe enhanced ray tracing. And obviously, something like a 5090 is going to have enhanced ray tracing cores. So it's going to be able to do stuff that everything else can't do. But I think maybe one of the bigger ones, there's probably some other stuff in there that has been leaked. Maybe something like the neural type of AI. Like those are the things that are going to make the GPU a lot different than the 40 series. Like let's say if there's some type of new like neural processing or some type of AI kind of built into the GPU where it's going to be something not available on the 4090, that's when you're going to start to see the difference. Not to mention the fact that the 5090, as far as we've seen, has 32 gigabytes of VRAM, and it's going to be a pretty insane GPU. It's basically like a Titan level GPU. Gamers are probably going to find it overkill, including the price. So we're going to have to wait and see what happens, but I expect it to be a very impressive GPU, at least from all the little tidbits of rumors that we've seen. And if it packs some of this exclusive stuff, RTX 50 series in general, if it has like more advanced ray tracing, more advanced DLSS, that's only available on that GPU. We don't know what's going to make it down to the 40 series GPU, and even some of the new stuff like the neural engines and the different AI type of things that can really help games look even better and just perform at a higher level. That's going to make it a pretty compelling upgrade, especially for people who skipped the 40 series. Let me know what you think down below. Do you think it's going to be something that's going to really impress, or is it going to be like a lukewarm type of reception to the new GPUs? Remember to subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next video.